We are back again. Round 3.
Round 3.
And we have had a rather interesting week. What have we been up to?
What have we been up to?
What did we do last night?
We can't start with the end of the week.
What, make our way back?
No, you make your way through the week.
Okay, so what did we do last Sunday?
Nothing.
We did nothing on Sunday. I'm sure
No, we
did
went
something.
to town, but we talked about that last week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Monday we had football. Tuesday I had my staff night out. That was cute.
What did you get on your staff night out?
Oh, a panettone. It
Yeah.
was lovely from my boss.
Yeah. And what did you eat?
Do you want to go into depth?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I had scallops for a starter. They were very nice. Then I had sea bass for my main, which was nice. It wasn't like hot enough though. Like it was warm.
Yeah.
And then for my dessert, some of the girls were having poached pear. And initially I thought, gross. And then I thought, you know what? If they're all saying it's nice, I'll give it a go. I'll order it, right? So I ordered it. I had one bite and honestly, never again will I eat a poached pear. I think it's put me off regular pears.
I'm not going to lie, right? Pears, anyway, are like a rubbish apple.
Oh, I don't know. I used to really like pears, but I
But-
haven't had one in about 12 years.
But, like, you poach... Ignoring eggs, I love poached eggs, but if you poach anything, it just sounds gross.
I
like
think it would have
poached
been
pear.
nice without all the weird, like, stuff on it. It had, like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Cinnamon?
Not spices, obviously, but it had, like, bits on it, and it was just disgusting.
Yeah,
But it came with a raspberry sorbet, and that was nice.
that's a result.
Yeah.
I'd have gone for the creme brulee.
Well, I don't like creme brulee.
Yeah, I know.
I
love
like
creme
the
brulee.
underneath, not the crackly bit.
Oh, it's all good. I like the fact you've got the two. You crack
Oh,
through
no.
it's like...
I hate it.
Yeah.
Did we do anything on Wednesday?
No.
No. Thursday was my day off.
Quite
Nice
a
and-
well-deserved
nice and
day off.
chilled.
Yeah, you needed that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Friday I feel like Friday we did something.
Friday we were meant to go and watch a meteor shower,
Oh, yeah.
and then the Met Office told me it was going to rain, and then it didn't rain.
Yeah, it was a bit
But
of a
we had
letdown.
already like changed our plans.
Yeah. We
What
were looking
did
forward
we
to
do?
that.
Oh, we watched Twilight.
That's been... Do you know what? That has been understatedly good, like this last week.
Yeah, so we watched all the Twilights, and we finished the last one on Friday.
Big fan.
So bit sad, really.
No shame in saying that either.
No.
You know, it's a bit of a thing. Oh, you like Twilight? No shame. It's a good film. Good film franchise.
I agree. And then yesterday I had work. We came home and then we went to Par 59 with my mucker and her fiance.
What a night that was.
That was so good,
Oh,
wasn't
it
it?
was so much fun. Honestly, it was
It
so
was
much
so
fun.
good. We did get a few clips of the night.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'll insert those later.
Yeah. Put them in somewhere.
I'll put them in here. Oh, it's for the vlog.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it was really good actually last night because
Yeah.
I my only real recent experience of golfing. I mean, I'm not a golfer in any stretch. I know nor are you, but I was Golf Fang, which by the way, Golf Fang is sick as well. But Par 59,
Golf Fang is better than Par 59.
definitely, it's different. isn't
But
it?
it was a good night. Par 59 is more of like, it's like a club with two mini golf courses.
Yeah,
Whereas
basically.
Golf Fang is the whole mini golf experience.
Yeah, and like the mini being the thing is like they
Oh
are
my God,
small.
tiny.
They are small.
Absolutely
Yeah.
tiny. You're like standing on people to move.
Yeah, literally. At one point, like, did someone spill a drink? Or I'm sure someone came close to spilling a drink. Anyway,
I don't know.
but yeah, it was good. It was a good night all in, and then we found ourselves at Dorothy's, didn't we?
Yeah, then my kidney flared up. We had to come home.
Yeah, because we had like it was all a bit impromptu. Initially, we were just going to do Par 59
Yeah,
and then
so
come
Chris
home.
was going to drive in.
Yeah. Then we decided about 20 minutes beforehand. Actually, let's go for it.
Let's go on the
Let's
Raz.
have a night. Got to town, did Par 59, and then we were going to meet up with people afterwards,
Nathan.
weren't we? Yeah. But unfortunately, we couldn't.
We couldn't,
Yeah.
so we had to come home.
But
We
it's
had
good.
an argument, but it wasn't really an argument. It was more of a civilized debate.
Yeah. I like that.
Yes,
Yeah, we don't do arguments.
adults.
It was an adult conversation about something that we didn't necessarily agree on at the time. but we came through it, and we're here. Nobody actually passed away, so all is good.
Came close though.
Yes, we did at one point. But yeah, that's been quite a good week actually.
Yeah.
With
And
part
then
59
today
toilet.
we had a bit of a more I can't talk.
Go on, try again.
Bit of a more relaxed day. So we had a bit of a lie-in, woke up, walked to the train station
To get the car. Yeah.
It was quite a nice walk.
Yeah, it was actually.
Went to the shop, came back, made us a sausage sandwich for lunch.
Elite. Oh
good,
my
wasn't
god,
it?
what else have you made today?
And then we watched a few creepy videos, and then we decided we wanted to do some baking. So I made cinnamon swirl blondies.
Honest to God, they are ridiculously good. They are arguably some of the best baking I've ever had. And I'm a man
Really?
who has not shied away from baking in his time. I was very grateful to grow up with a mother who was a brilliant baker. But that you've got sitting in the kitchen is phenomenal.
Okay.
Said my piece.
And then Chris watched Man United.
Win.
They won.
Against City.
Haha, Nick Simcock.
Unlucky.
Yeah, cry. Anyway, and I just relaxed, and now it's time to record.
Now it's time to have some real fun.
Yeah, and we've got a fair few questions today.
I have zero knowledge on these. Sometimes, like last week, I accidentally saw one or two, and then you was like, don't look. So this week, I got no knowledge on any of the questions.
What about one piece of my hair? Did you see it just sticking out?
No, I'm not one that notices hair when it's a bit hot.
Sort it out now.
Not really one to notice. There you go. I'm 30. I'm happy to have hair at this stage, to be honest with you. Anything is a plus. Go on, hit me. What's the first question?
So the first question actually comes from your mum.
Oh, hello, Sue.
Don't call her Sue. She's your mum. Call her mum.
Hello, mummy.
Okay. So she said, "Is too much made of celebrating the new year?" Do you want to start? It's your mum.
Yeah, right.
drink.
Do you know what? Right, I actually think it is. I'm not going to lie. This might be.
Really?
Yeah, I think it might be unpopular. Right. So hear me out. Definitely, the new year needs celebrating. As in, it's good fun. I like doing all that. For me, it's a bit of Jules Holland, get family round and things. But when people are hitting town and there's 25, 30 quid entry, that's a killer for me. When people want to go out, wherever you're going is rammed. So that in itself puts me off a little bit. For me, New Year's is best spent acknowledging it, having a bit, saying Happy New Year, having a kiss, all that stuff. But doing it more in the confines of your home, maybe have some family over, friends, whatever, have a few party games, and then sort of see it in a bit more casually.
I agree with that. I like to celebrate the new year. I don't think it's overrated to celebrate New Year, but I will never go to town.
I've never done town. I remember
have I.
a couple, years ago, someone said, should we do town? And then they quoted stupid prices to get in. And I thought, wow, that's never happening. And then you've got taxis. I can't imagine what taxis are charging.
Oh, mental, I imagine.
On New Year's Eve. And the other thing with New Year's Eve is it comes literally a week after the Christmas. So by that point, you've
Everyone's skint as well.
They're skint. You've given everything to that, the proper day, haven't you? You've given everything to Christmas.
Everyone's put weight on over December, so nobody wants to dress up nice.
Yeah. There's usually just a few Mars bars left in the celebrations box, and that's it.
Oh, I like a Mars bar.
For me, it's the worst one in the celebrations. No. That's a question, Nick. Go on.
What's in the celebrations?
Memory now. You got Maltesers, Bounty, Snickers.
No, that's the worst.
Dark Horse. I love Snickers.
I hate Snickers. Listen, I like fruit. I like chocolate. I like nuts. Keep them separate.
I hear that. Yeah, I do hear that.
Separate. Disgusting.
We've also got Milky Way, which again I think very underrated.
Oh, Milky Way's underrated.
Love Milky Way. Is it Eclair? No, Eclairs is the other one. It's Heroes. What are we forgetting? I know there's
Twix.
Twix. Is there one more? I'm sure there's got to be. Malteser, Mars, Snickers, Bounty, Twix. Go on. What are we missing?
Galaxy and Galaxy Caramel.
Love them. Galaxy, arguably my favourite one.
I hate Galaxy chocolate.
Yeah, love it.
I love chocolate. Never will I ever eat a Galaxy. It's vile.
But your thing with
it's disgusting.
Your thing with nuts and chocolate. I'm getting more like that with chocolate and caramel. A little bit Galaxy Caramel doesn't hit the same as a Galaxy. I much prefer.
No. Listen, a dairy milk caramel.
again, you can have all. I'm
and
happy
I'm
for you to have
yours.
them.
Like,
yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah,
We've gone off on a tangent now.
Yeah, we have, to be honest.
To end the question, I don't think too much is made of celebrating New Year. I think it's a big deal. It should be celebrated. And I think you feel the same way.
Yeah,
your issue wasn't with New Year. Your issue was with town.
Yeah,
On New Year's.
Yeah, it's like making a massive thing of it. Like, because I've had some great New Year's Eves, but none of them have been spent out. They've always been like round a friend's house with family and
But
friends.
you're
you know?
still making a fuss of New Year's Eve, so it's just the idea of going to town on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, fair comment.
So I don't think too much is made of New Year's Eve.
Okay. Good question.
Moving on. Now, I'm gonna give Ellie a shout out here
We love Ellie, don't we?
because every week, without fail, she's sending questions. She's texting me after, "Oh, this was really funny," and this was really good. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
And
we
this
love
week
Ellie.
she sent through, I think, 11 questions.
Really? Oh
Something
wow,
like that.
that's like number one fan territory.
Yeah.
That's
We'll have
brilliant.
to have her on the show.
Yeah, that is class.
Right, so
is
let's...
Go on. What's the first of the 11 then?
Okay. What is your personal favourite date night?
Go on, you start with this one.
Okay, so...
As-
We don't do many date nights.
Are we talking ones we've done, or like
No,
just an
just
ideal?
one that we would want.
Okay.
So we don't do many date nights really anymore.
Not so much since we bought the house and
No,
things. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is fine. Like,
Yeah,
that's not a
yeah.
complaint. My ideal date night would probably be go to, like, if it was this time of year, it'd be go to Winter Wonderland,
Good start. Yeah.
have a look around, play some of the games, whatever, go for a meal,
Yeah.
and then come home and cuddle up, like, with dessert or something.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
But on, for example, a July evening, I'd quite like to go down to the beach, quite, 9 o'clock, 10
Yeah.
o'clock, with like a pizza
Yeah.
or something, and just have a laugh, I
Do you
guess.
Remember that the one you suggested we did? It was when we first started seeing each other. I think we had the Picasso, and we went down to.
We didn't first start seeing.
When was that?
We literally the day before we went to Magaluf.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, we got in the Picasso.
Yeah, it was
We
great.
drove down to Barry Island, and we just had a great time.
We had a run around Barry Island at like silly o'clock, where it was all dark,
Yeah,
and then
got a McDonald's before as well.
got a Mackey's before and got a sort of line your stomach. And then we came back to we opened up the boot. We had loads of it's the Picasso. If you don't know what Picasso is, a massive like family car. And I
Think
for some
Uncle
reason,
Bryn.
yeah, literally. And I for some reason bought one for like a month. So anyway, the boot was all big and spacious. So we filled it with duvets and cushions and all that stuff. We lit some marshmallows,
Yeah,
didn't
we had this lighter.
we? Yeah.
And we were just roasting these marshmallows on this little lighter, like
Yeah.
it was funny as.
So and then we had a bit of fun with it, didn't we?
Yeah, it was brilliant. So that would probably be mine, is like
Yeah.
go out and do something.
Mine's not too dissimilar. Like if we go down the like summer route, then mine would probably be do something like activity wise, like go bowling, for example, or
Yeah.
do something like that. And then like say we go down the bay, go do a bit of bowling, grab some food after, and then go for a walk around the bay. That would be
Yeah.
that'd be a nice little evening.
They
and
both involve food.
yeah,
Always.
sums us
Now,
up.
I
Right?
like the cinema. I love going to the cinema.
Love the cinema.
But if I had to choose a date night, I don't think I would choose the cinema.
yeah, we've actually
Because you don't, like, you go to the cinema to watch a film, you're not talking, you're not,
no.
like, I love the cinema, but I wouldn't class the cinema as a date.
It's a safe date. It's the one you go on the first date, so you don't have like
If
you can
somebody-
talk about it afterwards.
No,
can't you?
I went to the cinema on a first date once, and I just feel like it's a waste of a first
It
date.
is a bit.
You're not talking, you're not getting to know each other.
No, but the point is, you watch the film, so you have a bit of a laugh beforehand. You watch the film, and then afterwards, that's when the sort of real, you talk
Yeah,
about
but
the film.
if
You have a laugh
if you're not
together.
going to the cinema till like 9 o'clock,
So go earlier.
it's just Chris, man. First date should not be ever in a cinema.
Yeah,
Waste.
you might be on.
Go bowling, go to mini golf, go for food, whatever. Dead first date, that is.
Sidebar, I think we've hacked right when you need to go to the cinema. Like because
Sunday
right,
mornings.
Yeah, we love the cinema, But when you go to a cinema, it's full of idiots, right? It's,
I hate people.
The actual cinema people that go there, they drive me bananas, right? Because
Me
you've got
too.
people talking during. They're like, "Oh, it's only the trailers." I love the trailers.
Trailers
It's like
are
that.
arguably
They're
my
sick,
favourite part.
right? Because it's like, what's coming? And then once the film started, you've got like people on like, Snapchat, you know, and they're texting,
It's so
the phone blows
embarrassing
up.
as well. Imagine being
unbelievable.
in a cinema and you've got to get on Snapchat, you're in the cinema. Grow up.
Unbelievable. So we go at 11 on a Sunday morning, right? So hear me out, and it is dead. You get
dead.
basically parents in there, so like they're just there to watch the film like everyone else.
And
It's
then we
great.
leave and we got the whole day.
Whole day to chill.
Brilliant.
So we did that with Deadpool, didn't we?
Yeah.
What a film.
Another one from Al. What are your red flags in people? You can go first.
Again, so like things.
In like
if I had a
if
friend.
you were looking for a partner.
Oh, okay. People who are like dishonest and
But you're not going to know that at first, are you?
um.
Like a person on the face of it, like
Okay, so like
not like
just meeting them.
personality, but like
Okay.
you've met them for
Yeah,
half
I got
hour.
you. I got you. So, like, if, for example, like a girl had loads of male friends, and they were all constantly texting and sort of hanging around, and just, do you know what I mean? Like that would be a bit awkward, I think, unless you established the line, you know. What about you?
I've got loads of red flags actually.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
Sidebar. I don't really like look for red flags. I just get a feel for the person.
Yeah.
I can't really put my finger on it. Like, you just get a feel, don't you? Like, sometimes you meet a person, you think, yeah, we click, and sometimes you meet them and you think, there's something about this. I'm just not. It's not happening. Like,
My red flags would be knowing other women, having an ex, if you've ever spoken to or looked at another woman. I'm just joking.
yeah, I know. It's good.
Red flag would probably be genuinely having a girl best friend. I will not go anywhere near you.
Even a long-term best friend, like.
No, it's weird. Like having friends that are girls that
Yeah.
you've known for a long time, different. But like having a girl best friend, you know, she comes around for dinner with the family,
person, like, yeah.
and she's basically your missus. Like,
Yeah.
go get your missus, mate.
I hear that. I can see. I can
That's
understand that
weird.
way. I can
It's
understand
weird.
that. Yeah, I can understand.
That's probably my biggest red flag. Or like smelling bad.
Yes. Oh, you know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for people smelling this in this day and
You know,
age.
deodorant's 85p.
In it, you can go to Sainsbury's, buy a cheap bottle of deodorant, and just give yourself a squirt. You
It's
know,
not
at the
hard.
very least, go to Boots and do some testers. You know, like it's just there's no excuse, honestly.
Right, green flags.
Green flags in a person: kindness, honesty, just
Sense of
happy,
humour for me.
happy people as well. Like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? If you're naturally a happy person, I feel like that tells me a lot about you. Where,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? If you're
Yeah.
quiet and you're cool and you're a bit mysterious, it's too much effort to get to know you.
I
I can't
agree.
be dealing with all that.
No, I agree. Let's have a look. Things we both strongly believe in. I strongly believe in, and this is very...
It's got to be us, man. It's got to be both.
No, that's like...
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
So this will be controversial, and I'm sure people will bring this up with me after they see it.
Go on.
But equal rights, equal fights.
That's controversial.
Honest to God.
It's controversial.
Right, Chris obviously would never hit me. I would never hit Chris.
I'm too scared.
So,
No, I'm joking, Karen.
but say I was a single girl, I was in town, and I just went up to some random bloke I don't know and punched him round the mouth, I'd expect him to hit me.
Wow.
I would. Honest to God, equal rights, equal fights. If you're big enough to throw a punch, you're big enough to take one.
Okay.
And if, as a woman, you want to start on a man and physically abuse a man, expect a slap back.
I'm very much a pacifist. Like
yeah.
at all possible points, I will try not to lose my temper, hit people, shout, and all that stuff. Right? I'll try and just talk my way through it. Blah blah blah. So for me, I couldn't, even if you came up to me in a club. Let's say we're not together. We came up to me in a club, and you just thought, right, I'm gonna lamp him. I'm gonna lamp him on his face. It would irritate me. I'd get really angry, and especially if you got the glasses, you know. But it would never lead me to hit you. I could never hit you back Do you know what I mean?
I think obviously,
at most you restrain a person. You say, look, pass them to their friend, like sort them out, sort of thing.
I think take a relationship, right? Hitting each other is not acceptable.
Never.
And it's not, like domestic violence and stuff is terrible.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not talking about that.
No. We're both
I
on
was
about the
just
same
clarifying
scenario.
for the podcast.
Yeah.
Domestic violence is terrible. I would never wish that upon anyone.
No.
But it's different to what I'm talking about. If I hit a random man on the street, I would respect him more if he hit me back.
So, sorry, what was the actual question?
Things we both strongly believe in. So it's your
Okay.
turn now. My equal rights, equal fights.
Something I strongly believe in is being as kind as you can to people. Like, I don't.
You're so lovely.
No, it sounds really soft. I know,
No, but you are.
No, but like I strongly believe, right? If an old woman's waiting to cross the road and 3 cars before you have gone and there's nothing behind you, stop your car and let them cross.
Yeah.
Right. If there's somebody, like the other day, I was walking through Home Bargains. A woman was trying to reach the popcorn on the top shelf, right? So it was like so say that's the shelf that there. It was like wobbling. It was like on the cusp, right? And she was just trying to pull out the pram's down there. She's trying to pull. So I thought, I'm not exactly the tallest bloke, I'm a stunning 5'10", but I just so I poked it up, I held it up for her, and then I grabbed the thing. So if you can be
nice.
kind, be kind. That's my one thing.
Yeah.
That's my belief.
Yeah, I think that's a lovely one.
Both
ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah, I suppose actually, yeah. No, go on. What's the next one?
Effects that you had on each other. For example, becoming more patient, calm, open-minded, etc. I would say that you have definitely calmed me down.
Do you reckon?
Like, I'm a gobby cow. I will mouth off at anyone.
Really?
And shut up, you. And I don't give a flying monkeys. Ultimately, if you disrespect me, you piss me off, whatever, or even worse, disrespect my fella.
Imagine.
And I'll go off. Macy sent me a TikTok the other day, and it summed me up. It said something like, I was raised with manners, but if you want to go low, I'll go lower.
Yeah, that was
and it's
funny.
me
That
all
was funny.
over.
Yeah,
Honest to God,
funny.
I am a lovely person.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn.
You are. You're top.
But I'm a
drawer,
nice girl. But I'm a gobby bitch.
So the question
But
is.
my whole, before being with you,
Yeah.
pretty much every moment of every day, I was just a gobby bitch.
Fiery, like feisty.
Feisty person.
Yeah.
And I'm still feisty to a degree, but you've definitely calmed me down.
I think you've got a great balance though. Like you can stand up.
Now I have.
Well, yeah, you can stand up for yourself, but you're smart enough to know when to make the point. Like you won't just rush into a situation.
No.
Like, that's what I like. You've got a brain in your head. You really do think about things. And,
I think I've become smarter since knowing you as well.
Well, that's good to know. Compliments left, right, and centre. Yeah. So the question was, remind me.
What effects that you've had on each other?
You've definitely made me. Like I found a happier, a level of relaxation in myself. Like I can be, like unashamedly myself in any walk of life that I find myself in now, because I've got the confidence as a result of you giving that to me. There was a level of confidence that I was lacking in for years, that since meeting you I've now found and I'm able to sort of use in my day-to-day life. So like that in itself for me is one of the biggest things anyone could have given me, let alone a partner. So yeah, that would be the one for me.
Because I slay. Because I am a good fiance.
You're the best.
That's when, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were moving on. Sorry.
Okay. Favourite features about each other, personality, looks, etc.
I'll go first. You are, for me, you are ridiculously good looking. You are super kind. You are thoughtful. The amount of times, right, I'll just be sat here, like for example, I could be sat here watching the football, which you've said, I don't mind, put the footy on, it's all good. Watch every Man United game goes on. She'll know the kickoffs before I do. No, it's 8 o'clock tonight, it's 7 o'clock tonight, whatever, right? So all the football goes on, and then whilst the football's on, it's not like you're there and you're talking at me the whole time. So I can't, I'm doing this. You leave it be. You make a coffee for me. You get me some food or whatever. It's just good. So yeah, that would be. It's kindness mixed in with, redonkulous levels of attraction and beauty. That would be my thing. That'd be my thing. What about you?
My favourite feature of Chris is his balding head. I'm
It's true.
joking.
It's true.
No, favourite feature of Chris is, if we're talking physically, my favourite feature of yours is, other than your face, your arms.
Yeah, okay.
Can't talk about them right now. Anyway, move on. We won't. Anyway, and personality-wise, my favourite thing is how thoughtful you are.
That's the lovely.
Anything Chris can do to help me in any way, shape or form, and he'll do it. No, like,
That's lovely.
he doesn't bitch, doesn't moan, anything. I can ask, I'll be upstairs and I'll say, oh, Chris, can you... If we're both upstairs, I'll say, oh, Chris, can you get this? Yeah, no problem. Friday, on the way to work, I got the bus into work, and literally about 10 minutes in, I, like, felt dizzy, I felt sick, my head was pounding, I was like, oh my God, like, panicking, I need to get off this bus. So I just texted Chris and said, I have to get off the bus. Got off, sat on the bus stop, rang Chris crying, and he was like, right, well, I'm on my way to get you then.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't even need to ask you to come and get me. And I would have just, like, I assumed I was just going to wait to calm down and get off the next bus, you know.
Yeah.
Tell the girls at work I'm going to be a bit late.
Yeah, I think...
But no, just, I'm on my way to get you, I'll stay on the phone, like, all this. And I was like, wow, you're just very thoughtful, and you go out of your way to help me and look after me in every chance you get.
That's very lovely.
And I've not had that before, so that's
very sweet.
very special.
I mean, for me, right, relationship, right. So any person I meet, I want to see the best for. I want to do the best for. Right, that's just this thing. I think I get that from my mum and John and my family, my brother, sister. So like, that's in me. But like, when you then have a partner, it's tenfold. It's even more. So like, why? My thing back. If anyone was like, oh, he's whipped or he's this, he's that, I'd be like, why wouldn't I want to? Like, I'm with my favourite person. She's asked me to do something that can help her be happier, or that can make her, you know. So for me, it's I don't do these things and think like, oh, that's one on the box. That's an extra point. There's another man point.
But that's what's so nice about it, is that you don't do these things to receive something. You don't do them to throw back at me. No. All that.
Well, we're a good team then, aren't we?
Rubbish.
We're a good team.
We are.
Solid team. Good questions. Hitting it. Bow! Bow!
Okay. Things you agree to disagree on.
Ooh, you can go first on this one.
Right. So there's one I've got in mind that we had a discussion about not long ago. That I put in the football group chat. But I don't want to. No, I don't want to bring that up on the podcast because I don't know how people are going to take it.
So it's agree to. Oh yeah, agree to disagree. Yeah, I do.
You know what we're on about.
Yeah, I do know.
There's not many things that we will agree to disagree on, because most situations or ideas, whatever, we agree on.
Yeah. It's not
or we disagree on. Do you know what I mean?
It's not like we've got massive polarizing life choices, and we do generally click on 99% of things.
We really don't.
Anything that we don't click on, we may have like an initial clash, but that'll always end up being a chat, like a good conversation about something. But they're quite few and far between, to be fair. We don't, we don't argue loads, but we do have points in the week where we kind of like disagree and we go, actually, I'm not sure there. So,
but again, we don't have many things that we think differently on, do we?
No, not loads. I guess one thing could be, like I don't like using my phone loads, so like that could be one.
Oh, he says this, right? I don't like using my phone. He's always on his phone.
My phone is always on mute.
But it doesn't matter because you're always on your phone.
I don't know.
I don't think always going off.
That's what puts me off it, though.
Honestly, we can't have one night to Pete. You get about 5 text messages in the space of half an hour.
Yeah.
Most nights.
Yeah, and I'm not like this super popular guy.
No, but he is. He claims this. He is. People constantly text Chris. People always want to speak to Chris. You just got a message.
It's irony.
Honest to Christ.
Anyway. But yeah, that would be one thing.
Oh, that's a car. Hang on. Okay, something the other person does that bothers you. You go first.
Something you do that bothers me?
Yeah. These have all been from Ellie, by the way, except for the first one.
Shout out Ellie. One thing you do that bothers me, they're minor, aren't they? There's nothing huge, really. I mean, like, let's say...
I feel like I know what you might say.
I think you do. So let's say, like, for example, we're watching a film, you might do your nails at the same time. You might just leave the nail stuff...
I knew this would be
Leave
said.
the nail stuff by the sofa, and then maybe put it away tomorrow. Like, so then, obviously, I mostly work from home. There are a few days. So I might come down in the morning then, and then I just, throughout the day, I can just see, like, the nail stuff. Just
Because I just think, like,
feature.
if I've done something... Right, I work full-time.
Full time.
So throughout the day I'm in work, I don't have time to do stuff. So by the time that we've come in from work, we've had tea, we've started to relax, it's like 8-9 o'clock.
And I am freakishly tidy.
Well,
Like, I hold my hands up to that. Like, I hate mess. I hate mess.
by the time I get round to doing something, I'm already tired. I
Yeah.
don't want to do whatever it is I'm doing, whether that's my nails, my eyebrows, my hair, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do it because I, need to.
Yeah.
Why am I then going to spend time in my night cleaning up rubbish?
Yeah. No, I get where you come from. But if we have to pick one thing.
Something Chris does that bothers me.
I'm holding my breath.
You're too nice to people.
Oh, I think I'll take that.
Honestly, right?
I'll
I'll give an
I
example.
will
Take football.
Yeah, go on.
So, 2 teams at Power League, and say, for example, on a Monday, we play a team and they are dickheads.
It happens.
Right? It happens all the time because they just seem to all want to play at Power League and start on my fella. So the whole, they'll kick him, they'll push him into the boards, whatever. Chris will go up and shake all their hands at the end of the game. And I say, Chris, why are you doing that? Like, they've disrespected you. They don't deserve to shake your hand. He's too nice to people.
I'll give a caveat to that though, right? I do get where you're coming from, but like in a game of football, if somebody's going to do that, I'll definitely give it back to them. So,
yeah, but it's besides the point.
No, but my point there is that it's just the battle that you go through for 40 minutes when you're playing against them, and then once it's done, you draw a line and you say, right, good fight, there we're done. If they got the better and they get the win, fair enough. If not, it's all about like being the bigger man, walking away from it.
See, that's where we differ because, like I said, you go low, I go lower. So if I was playing football and someone kicked me, pushed me into the boards, and then tried to shake my hand at the end, I would slap their hand away.
There are occasions where I
would kung fu kick them. So don't do it, Chris. Don't do it.
But I like
stop being so nice.
But I like them. I like the people I'm playing against to know that there is it is squished. It is squished because
but for me, it's not squished.
Every 6 weeks we play the same teams, so I don't then want the next game to be like adding on to that stress. At least then I know if it happens again, it's just a fresh start, a fresh plate, So I don't mind. I don't mind a bit of physicality. That's part of the fun of playing down there for me. Is just sometimes it's try not how many can I do and not get sent off. So I don't mind.
Last one from Ellie, sadly. Actually, no, there is another one.
There'll be more.
There's one more after this one. What's the biggest mistake you've made in your relationship?
This one?
Yes, obviously.
Do you want to go first? Shall I go first?
I think.
Biggest
mistake I've made in this relationship.
That's like with each other then. You can't just be like,
Yes.
I bought the wrong car.
No.
Yeah, because I did. Hence the Picasso. I didn't think that would get too mentioned.
Biggest mistake I've made in this relationship. I don't think I've made any.
Thing is,
I
it goes back to what we
don't.
said earlier on, right? If there have been any issues, we've talked them through, and therefore they haven't become like big mistakes. Like, it's not like we've got massive mistakes.
Well.
I mean, maybe I'm deluded, but biggest mistake I think I've made in the relationship is probably when you first moved in, and I think I just naturally assumed that, kind of not like subconsciously, I just assumed you'd fit in with my way of living, and I had to learn that we have a way of living.
Yeah.
That would be my thing. Like, I hold my hands up when when you moved into the flat, it was kind of like I had everything was in its place, drawers. It was an ongoing joke at first, right? Like, Case moved in, but I not that long moved in, really. So all my drawers and cupboards and things were full. So then obviously you moved in with your stuff. Luckily I had a garage, but you moved in with your stuff. And it was like,
right.
It took me a while for me to get my head around, like, you need your space as well.
Until
So-
up to like 4 months before we moved out the flat. Bear in mind, so I had lived in this flat for like nearly a year and a half. I had 2 drawers for my clothes.
yeah, we were limited with space.
No.
We were, to be fair.
Chris had a whole chest of drawers, 2 wardrobes, and 4 under the bed drawers. I had 2 drawers.
But equally,
No.
I bought the flat knowing I had that much stuff and I could fit that stuff into the space.
If I wanted a specific outfit to wear, for example, I'd have to go to the garage a couple of days before,
Which was a few floors down, wasn't it?
right? Go to the garage, hunt through things, wash whatever I needed it to wear. And so if I had picked out an outfit, for example, the day of, and it's not what I wanted, I couldn't go and wear something else.
Yeah. No, I hold my hands up. Like I say, like that's one of that.
So, and he just didn't make space. And then Macy was doing her bedroom out and gave me those drawers upstairs. So at least then I had a bit more space.
Yeah, thank God for Macy.
Thank God for
Thank
Macy.
God. Thank God someone loves you, really.
She saved this relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't going to say that was your biggest mistake, but I now think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the one, isn't it? It's the thing. It was that for a while. It was like
It's-
a background noise. Like it was, you know.
With football, band,
Yeah,
gym,
yeah.
seeing other people, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Not like romantically seeing other people. I just meant like making time to see other people.
Like friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And family. Yeah. Yeah, no, there are a few
you did
things.
just kind of assume, I guess, that I would just go along with it.
Yeah.
Which I did for a while until it became an issue. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't an issue until it became an issue.
No.
But then
no.
once raised, you worked at it and we found a good
balance. Yeah, good balance. Got a nice house now, haven't we? So.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, because all your stuff is everywhere. Like we've both got our stuff everywhere.
Oh, I had moved past the space thing.
Yeah.
And then Ellie's final question is, has she asked too many questions? Never.
Never.
Basically, Elle, this video at the moment is 36 minutes long. You've been about 27 of these minutes.
Yeah.
So we can basically just thank Ellie that there's a 3rd episode today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And by all means, like throw questions out when we put the things up on our Instagram and whatnot, and we say ask us questions. Like that's not just a polite thing. Like if you've asked 20 questions, they'll probably all get asked.
Yeah.
Give or take, you know. So throw as many and make them as weird and wonderful and funny and make them a bit awkward. You know.
And if they come to you through the week,
yeah, just keep throwing them
like
at
just
us.
DM.
Yeah.
Send me a DM.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't be shy. Just really do it, or comments even.
Yeah.
You know, comment on the video, whatever. Any of them count. So.
And then the last question
Okay.
comes from Fatbar.
Fatwa.
Hello, you.
Hello, you.
And it says, do you guys see yourself together forever?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. That's why we got engaged,
Yeah.
bought a house, and got a cat.
Yeah, that's right.
This is just a summer fling.
I see myself with you in every walk of life that is imaginable.
Me too.
From now until forever, basically.
I want us to be buried in the same grave.
At the same time.
Should we get a tomb? I've always wanted a
that'd be
tomb.
fun.
Like, no, honestly, I've always wanted a tomb.
Get a disco ball in there, and we can make it like for when people come round, like come to like.
When people come round.
When people come over, no, even better, right? Disco ball in the middle, right? You press a button when you enter the tomb,
and skeletons fly around the room.
Kind of, but like that triggers a song that makes all the lights happen, and like so you're in there. And
Thriller.
It's a thriller. So instantly, it's a good. It's a
It's a feel good tomb.
If we start saving now, and let's hope we have a good long life. Bear in mind I got diabetes, so you've got to really work at that one. But I reckon we can get ourselves to a point where we have a good disco tomb.
And then we can be together in the afterlife disco tomb.
Just chilling with Thriller.
Yeah, and we'll get fake skeletons, hang them from a ceiling fan.
Oh, brilliant.
And then that goes on, and then they just fly around, going like this.
Yeah, that's class, actually. Like, the more that I really want to do that.
Me too.
I just think.
So to cut the story short, Fatbar, yes, I think we'll be together forever.
Forever. We're both too weird. Like ultimately,
nobody else would put up with my shit. Truthfully,
same. Like I can't imagine. Like
not
honestly,
even the weird side. I'm a mouthy bitch, as I said earlier on. I don't think.
Really?
See, and nobody would put up with that. Nobody would put up with the mock of the week every week.
Mock the week.
Honest to God. But yeah, so I don't think anyone would put up with my attitude, truthfully. The only other person would be Macy.
And she's taken.
She's taken.
Yeah. With Will.
But if Will dies and you die, we're going to marry each other and have a sexless marriage. We discussed this when we were 17.
I think that's fair.
I think so. Companionship.
I think that's good. You need somebody around. You need
Me
someone
and
to
Mace
bounce
are
ideas
one,
off.
so,
Yeah, and your names are almost like this.
Macy, Casey.
Yeah,
she can move in here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you could get a pet and call it Lacey.
No, we'll get a dog and we'll call it like Willstuffer. Chris and Will. Willstuffer.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that actually. Yeah, it couldn't be the other way because Chris and Will would be kill. Like kill the dog.
Or Krillium.
Krillium.
That's all the questions, mind.
Yeah, we've had a good run. That was some good questions in there actually.
I know, and we agreed on most of them.
Most, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Mind you, right? It's a bit of a sidebar. In front of where we're sat, there's a little gonk village that we've got for Christmas.
I love gonks.
Right, we've got. How many have we got? Right. How many
That's
have we
Gary
got?
the gonk.
How great is that, by the way? She did that. Like, that is class.
I did him myself. It won't focus,
But
but
I'm pretty sure the gonks are coming alive because throughout the week
they just move.
they turn.
But right, first of all, they're not coming alive. Dexter moves them. But there is a GHOST here. I'm
Pretty sure.
convinced. I've known since we moved in August.
It was like one of the first days when we moved in. We thought
just stuff happens.
Yeah.
Not like super scary stuff, but like for example, a couple of weeks ago, Chris came down for work and was like, "Why did you leave the kitchen light on last night?" And I said, "I didn't."
No, you saw blind, didn't you?
Because I absolutely didn't. Because I checked. I went in the kitchen, and the bottom kitchen light was on when I came out. I thought, "Oh, the bottom kitchen light." So I went in, turned it off. I was walking around with my torch on.
Yeah. And also, like your room, like the spare room upstairs, is ice cold.
Ice cold.
It's so cold in there. It like suddenly the heater stopped working and stuff. Okay, fair enough, but it's just freakishly cold, isn't it?
It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. But like equally, in saying that, although I think we've got one, I think also there's nothing scary. It's friendly. It's quite friendly. Yeah.
Because
so I think we're all right.
I don't think I could live here if it was nasty.
We watch too many creepy videos, don't we? Mostly James LaFleur.
James LaFleur, The Impossible Channel.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you haven't seen it and you fancy some creepy videos, that's your go-to.
Oh my gosh.
He does everything though. He does
aliens. Glitches in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Creatures that I can't talk about.
They're like 40 minutes, and he just kind of narrates them in this real. You got to get over the narration at first because he's quite like monotone and.
Hi,
I'm James. But once you got over that, the content that he's showing.
The videos are so scary.
And they're all sent to him like.
I nearly cried today, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I thought you did it one. Yeah, I thought you did it.
No, I did.
Point.
Like the tears were in my eyes. And I just didn't let them drop.
Yeah. Well, that's something else we did earlier on. What were we practicing in?
Obviously we're getting married August. So don't know what's happening with this leg anymore. Anyway, we started choreographing our first dance.
Can't wait.
So we watched a few videos, a few different moves that we saw. We thought, we can do that. We recorded us doing it so we have like a base to look back on.
Yeah. And we got between now and August to like smash it. And we're already like quietly feeling the confidence levels lifting. So I think
we practiced in our first dance today.
Yeah, that was good fun actually, wasn't it? However, we forgot to turn the heating off and we both had jumpers and stuff on. So
we were a bit warm.
20 minutes in, I nearly passed out. I span around at one point. I nearly passed out. So yeah, don't give any spoilers though.
No.
But yeah.
I think that might be the end because the jacket potatoes are going to be taking out soon.
We've got chili, haven't we, tonight?
I haven't made that yet.
We'll do that after.
Yeah.
Well, I had fun.
Oh, lovely.
We'll hopefully see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, do the thing.
Yeah.
Do the thing. It's going to be backwards.
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay. Okay.